The debt ceiling deal. $4 trillion in debt. The deal is insanity. This pretty much says it all. I'm gonna tell you guys 9 things that are inside this bill, and I'm gonna explain to you the trap. And the question of the day, will this pass? More information you guys need to know coming right up. If you guys are brand new here, welcome to our awesome community where you'll find prepping tips, emergency preparedness how-tos, and ongoing news that may affect you. If you find value in that, be sure to hit the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. 99 pages in this debt ceiling bill, and not many of you out there want to read through that whole thing. So I'm going to do you the favor by breaking some things down real quick. Because for one side of the party, this might be one huge trap. That's why they're calling it the Trojan horse. With Representative Ralph Norman tweeting, "This deal is insanity. A $4 trillion debt ceiling increase with virtually no cuts is not what we agreed to. Not gonna vote to go bankrupt our country. The American people deserve better." And as much as we agree with that, I think it's inevitable that we're on a downhill slide. And I know this is the big buzz, so let's break down 9 things that are currently in this bill without reading 100 pages. Number 1, a small cut in non-military spending for the 2024 fiscal year, which begins October 1st, and a 1% cap on spending increases for the 2025 fiscal year. Veterans health programs would be exempt. Number 2, military spending in fiscal 2024 would be roughly at the level of Biden's fiscal 2024 budget request, according to 2 people familiar with the matter, which would amount to about 3% increase. Number 3, a $21.4 billion reduction in funds that Congress approved last year for the IRS to boost tax enforcement and modernize its technology. The original funding was $80 billion. Number 4, a provision aimed to pushing Congress to give up the practice of funding the government through a single omnibus bill that has done in recent years, and to return to the traditional of passing 12 appropriation bills that cover the various parts of the federal budget. The measure has potential to win conservative support for the deal and was pushed by an influential Republican representative, Thomas Massie, who believes the Congress should follow regular order when conducting its business. Number 5, the provision would call for the U.S. government to operate under a so-called continuing resolution at 99% of the prior year's spending levels until the spending bills were enacted. Lawmakers were awaiting text to see the date at which the cuts would be triggered. Number 6, an expansion through 2030 of requirements that some able-bodied people without dependents hold a job or be enrolled in a job training program to receive food stamps, which is a Republican priority. This unfortunately excludes Medicaid, and it only applies to low-income adults without dependents between the ages of 49 and 54. It will be phased in over 3 years. All of these are far less than the original deal passed by McCarthy. Number 7, imposition of 1 or 2 year time limit to complete environmental reviews for energy and infrastructure projects. The bill allows a project developer to sue if the review isn't completed in time. I suspect this is a huge trap. More comments below. Number 8, currently, reviews required under the National Environmental Policy Act of 1970 take an average of 4.5 years to complete and can involve multiple agencies. The deal calls for a single agency to assume responsibility for the study. Speeding up the reviews has been a priority for Republicans. This too is a huge trap. Number 9, exceeding the remaining permits necessary to complete a Mountain Valley pipeline, a 303-mile natural gas pipeline between the West Virginia and Virginia. So like I said, the traps are 7, 8, and 9. And number 9 is expected to have fireworks in Senate. And when it comes to 7 and 8, both sides are in favor, but one is sure to be wrong. And with Biden as president, it's easy to see who fell into the trap. With this, the Dems are going to speed up clean energy spending at hypersonic speed. And as for the Republicans, they're going to have every deal rejected at hypersonic speed. Some are saying if the Republicans win the House in 2024, they'll reverse it. But by the time that happens, a ton of stuff is going to get done. And when we've got Representative Ralph Norman saying this, we will not back down for the sake of the country. We all hope some people are fighting for this country, but things do not look good. So do you think this is going to pass pass? I'll get to that in just a second. You guys might be wondering, well, what type of energy spending are we talking about? They're expecting more boondoggles like these. Biden's solar push is destroying the desert and releasing stored carbon. So the big question of the day, is this gonna pass? And the answer is, people are expecting 100% yes. Don't be surprised if more Democrats vote for this version than Republicans. Look no further than trap points 7 and 8 above to understand why. In return for minor cutbacks in spending and a token roll-in work requirement for food stamps, Democrats will get to the rubber stamp every pet clean energy boondoggle they seek. Don't be surprised if the deal costs McCarthy his job as Speaker of the House. And that's a big buzz regarding all this. Seems like McCarthy's on the chopping block for this one. How is it going to affect us? Well, this very well could bankrupt our country. So think about all the stuff that comes with that. Not good. I know this debt ceiling talk has been the buzz. I wanted to break it down so you guys understood it just a little bit simplified. That way it makes a little bit more sense. But like I said, the big effect on us all is essentially our country is going bankrupt. It's falling apart, and these extreme situations are gonna again call for extreme measures that's probably not gonna be to the best of our interest. And let me end with this thought. In the comments, I read many times a lot of people saying, when we reduce spending, we spend less. And when our government says that they're gonna reduce spending, what do? They spend more. So hopefully I simplified things down for you guys a little bit so you can understand it a little better. If that's the case, then share this out so more people get the gist. If you found value, hit the like button. And as I know more, I will definitely keep you guys posted. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.